Hello, dear viewers. In the quiet slopes of Kohima, there stands a home built not just of bricks alone, but of gratitude, compassion, and care. The Good Samaritan Senior Citizen Home is not just a shelter for the elderly, but this is a sanctuary for the forgotten voices and the weary hearts. Here, over shared meals and gentle prayers, humanity is unfolded. This is not just a home for people or for our senior citizens to grow old, but this is a home where they can live with grace and heal with love. And here we are going to rediscover the timeless value of kindness and nurturing. Nestled in the quiet village of Merima, just a few kilometers away from Kohima, stands the Good Samaritan Senior Citizen Home. A place that offers more than just shelter, it offers belonging. Though it sits away from the city's commotion, the home remains connected to the world beyond its walls, with bits of news and information flowing in through newspapers and television. Every day at the Good Samaritan Senior Citizen Home begins with a rhythm that is both comforting and life-affirming.
What inspires me to start this old age home in Nagaland was I have learned there is senior citizens who are left behind without family to take care of them, those who have no children. So I just went for a little survey in Kohima district and Pek district. I found some senior citizens who were unmarried or whose spouses were died, and they were living all alone, cooking, struggling to cook for themselves with the blind eyes, with blindness, and also struggling to go to field for cultivation for their livelihood. And this has really pained my heart that our senior citizens in Nagaland were not having quality of life, but having a very hardship to live all alone, and which has gave me a great challenge that there is a need to start senior citizens in Nagaland.
Here, time moves at a pace that honors each individual, celebrating the wisdom of age, the beauty of community, and the small joys of daily life. Each morning, the home seems to hum with quiet energy, as if the walls themselves carry the echoes of decades of laughter, conversations, and shared experiences. From the very first light of morning, residents are greeted not just with care, but with love, respect, and the freedom to maintain their own routines. Today, we invite you to witness a day in their lives, showing the warmth, dedication, and the spirit that fills every corner of this sanctuary. The day begins early. A glass of warm water is carefully served to each resident, a simple gesture that carries comfort, care, and a promise of a new day.
Morning bro thibo thigana 5:30 to thigana puri pura khange cha banabal olai chai ta khange cha banai aro ta kan itu pichite ta khange cha lokote bisko khan ki dibo itu khan kha pichite ta khan kicha kuri lobo ta kan kicha ja tamde moi fatsat panai na suru ho jai aro panai kana fatsat suru hoy kana ta khange aro ta kan kitia kicha soti kana soti hoy kana olabo itu tamde moi ta khange phat khan ki ola suru ho jai phak kha pichite ta khange na kiki sapha kiki kurubo itu khan kuri kana olop 5-10 minute nusan thaki na olop res koribo na korigana takhange aro cha bana aro sur hoje 12 baji hoje aro takhange ki phat olai kana khela baji de itu potong sotong ki thulai kana ki khogan sapa kori naina korna takhan aro 12 baji hoje 12 baji hojele takhan aro takhan kija boibo aro moi tate aro cha khan ki litu korba sulu hoje takhange alak khela bla olai jai kondo bado biso hai hoje na koina takhange khala bi alak banabla olai jai aro kondo bado cha kha tumdebi kondo bado chini na kha thaki jai aro kondo bado phika ke dud khana hala thaki jai aro kondo bado tate cha bata na hala thaki jai cha bana bi alak banai olai jai takhan nimide.
Following breakfast is one of the most cherished moments of the day, the prayer time. Led by the managing director, the fellowship gathers to lift their hearts in gratitude and faith. They pray for loved ones undergoing surgeries, for those in the ICU, for the blessings of a new day, and for the safety and happiness of everyone in the home.
Isaiah 46, I will verse 14. Even to your old age, I am He, and even to gray hairs, I will carry you. I have made, and I will bear. Even I will carry and will deliver you.
Their voices rise together, singing songs of praise and rejoicing with heartfelt energy. The atmosphere is alive with devotion and shared purpose. The managing director also shares important reflections like the significance of the International Day of Older Persons, celebrated on the 1st of October every year, reminding everyone of their dignity, value, and the appreciation the world holds for the lifetime of experiences each one brings.
So many paragraph patigine isoge dunya bad dibo lagide. Ide isoge thanks dibo.
Thank you for that.
Names are called out in a gentle roll call, a simple yet effective exercise that helps residents remember their own names and the names of those around them. One by one, they are ushered to the room for blood pressure checks, guided by staff with patient encouragement. This process is more than medical care. It is a moment that fosters awareness, attention, and interaction. It reminds everyone that each individual matters and that their well-being is a shared responsibility.
Moham first the hange morning day oats khelai elderly patient khange do edu bichide alla khange do cha khelai edu bichide after fellowship mohan daily every day tahan la pressure check kore because eta to elderly hoane tahan do hypertension aro diabetes bishi thage edu arne aro sugar to weekly check kore edu bichide tahan la moi do mostly tahan la nutrition aro hygiene khan de focus kore tahan la de komba han to mental health problem kan bi ase tu han do mohan monthly check up cha se mental hospital de aro tahan medication khase monthly aro every monthly mohan re check up cha se tahan karni to aro ala khan do komba do hypertension aro diabetes mili des to tahan la lifetime garne ase tahan na to du bi tai bi lifetime continuation khase medication do actually do bedridden ase tai do bedridden do mohan morning de tai morning de tai hange khelai na pat pi kuide mohan na tai ge bed pat khan bi di de edu bichide any bed sor khan no lawole karni bi mohan any prevention karni bi dawai khan bi julawole de ena thage mohan Komado medication khan bi khawale mun na thage idu hano muhan phat khan de halina khilai de ta hangena aro injection khan do opai nai mario na mario gole idu kidao da na da hange by force farbi mario le olai na ena se aro ala hange do da hala emotions hisab de da hange thamali khilina da hange ni na da hange da hala de thamali khili thagina ena kre diet pishi important ase tahan karne nutrition do because tahan itia do all day shi jai jagarne tahan vitamin B pishi lack hoi jai do karne tahan ke mostly protein khan khilawole lage tahan khawle mun na thaki shi gole to tahan ke vitamin any organic gooseberry khan ki han fruits khan na loina bi khilawole lage because kitia lack of vitamin hoi jai aro tahan pishi weak hoi jai do karne idu han kha bichi tahan aro more strength bi gain kre ena ase.
Of physical challenge, encouragement, and accomplishment. For the staff, helping each resident perform the exercise safely requires patience and care.
The capacity is 25 and now we have 24 of them living with us. All of them are from different districts of Nagaland and few of them, around 5-6 of them are Nepali community. So we are a mixture of tribes with different cultures and some of them are mute, deaf, blind and so we cannot communicate with words but through body language and love language. So that's how we are living as a family.
Moi bra ki pakai na tipo morning te hole bi sam de hole bi ki pakai na tipo to takan bi si kusi bra khaila kum bi complain nai takan ge kita bar 5 khelai kita bar 4:30 na ena kundu bar diri na hole to kiba summer na ena dam der takan ge 4:30 na timing change kurna khela bar olai je kundu bar kile gole to takan ge kile juli khela bole time ho jai gole takan kundu bar sukun na tike eto sapra takan ge khela bar olai jai मोला जीवन देबे आया मिखाम बि बिचि दे इनका होय जाबो नि गे ना ताखांगे साइगना मन दुपि एकता होय जाय ना किले गला मिखाम बि इनका ताखांगे सादम दे किता बर कांदा बि कांदे जाय किले गला मन दुपि होय जाय आया मिखाना लाइफ बि ताखानने सा इनका होय गना जाबो नि गे ना ताखांगे साइगना इनका एकता होय जाय.
By around 9 a.m. in the morning, it is time for lunch. The home follows a carefully planned diet to ensure balanced nutrition, with meals often including fresh, locally sourced vegetables, wholesome proteins, and necessary carbohydrates. Meals are thoughtfully prepared by the cook, with attention to the health and preferences of each resident.
Poila muito isor dani gina thakishe Jesus isor logo worship kurgina thakishe ito time de to moi Nagamis film isor logo dai bi Nagamis film ekta banaise aro second film to mafia gian banaise war laga aro iniga banagina thakishe aro bhal kurgina thakishe hole bi ekbar do sati khan look pai gena ta kamera mudu pa nido khan talab khan iniga kha sadakan kha iniga hekai dishe aro iniga kurgena muito best light hoi jai gena isor logo na jani gena mudu aro nisa bostu kan inika khai kena ekdam biya hoi kena botmas kor kena thakise khorde bhi na jai kena bacha khan loko na jabo khandan loko na jabo ni kena footpath ti inika bohi kena inika botmas kor kena thakise idu tam de moi kapra khan bhi laga boli bhi na jane hoi jaise inika thake tam de ekbar to women police khan naga women police khan bra moi loko dekhi kena moi loko takhan laga barek ti loi jai kena bat khelaise kosul kor dise kapra khan lagai dise aro enika kori kena sita gari bra loi jai kena Kohima mental hospital te rakhi dise to enika kori kena moi to tate char moi na thakise itam de main shop ete nithono main shop to taibra bimar manu thake khan loga bhal kam korbo koi kena best blanket khan ani kena moi loko bi dise aro tate pra china chini hoi kena eneka hoi kena moi loko yeti lo ani se men ito ole chomde main shop pra moi loko la ani kena dujon 40 days fasting loi ito phedi do gana khan bi yatte haise bible porbole bi yatte haise aro eneka hoi kena moi yeti thakya to 2009 bra haise 7 years hoase aro moi to yeti ithe to gana khan bi bible porbole bi ki biya ki bhal itu sob jani kena ase
আমি ইয়াতে আহাতো 10 সাল হইছে 10 সাল হইছে হইলে বিমান খুশি পারা থাকি আছে দে ঈশ্বর মরম পারা আর আমি খানকে তো ঈশ্বর বিমান মরম করে না আর দিনতে বি প্রার্থনা করি থাকিব ফজিতে একবার করিব 12 বজিতে একবার করিব আর শামতে একবার করিব না করি কেনা প্রার্থনা বিমান গানা করি কেনা বই কেনা খুশি পারা গানা করি গানা না বই থাকে ঈশ্বর লাগানা উচ্চা করি কেনা আর ইয়াতে কিনা চাই থাকিছে কৃষ্ণ মানে ইমান ভাল ইমান মৰম না ঈশ্বৰ কিনিকা মৰম কৰে এনেকা মৰম দেখিয়া কিনা মই বেছি খুশি পাইছে ইটো পিছে যে মই না খ্ৰীষ্টান হৈ যাইছে খ্ৰীষ্টান হৈ কিনে বাপতিস্মা লৈছে আৰু মই লাগা বিমাৰ খান বিনা সব ভাল হৈছে মইতো ঠেংটো বিয়া হৈ কিনা ৱাকৰতে বেৰাই না তাতে তো উঠিব নাপাৰে হ'লে পিছতে অলপ উঠি কিনা ৱাকৰতে বেৰাবলৈ শুরু হৈছে তাৰ ইয়াতে আমি তো ৱাকৰতে বেৰাই আমি ৱাকৰতে বেৰাই কিনা আইছে আৰু ইয়াতে আই কিনা মেম সব খান ইয়াতে সব সাতিনি খান ইটো খান না প্ৰাৰ্থনা কৰি দিছে আৰু মানুহখন বি আই থাকে না ইয়াতে ভিজিট কৰিবলৈ আই থাকে না ইটো খান বি আই কিনা প্ৰাৰ্থনা কৰি দি থাকে আৰু ইটো পিছতে তো মই লাগা ঠেংটো অলপ বেৰাবলৈ পাৰিছে মই তো
Here, the days are filled with simple yet meaningful rhythms. Some residents find joy in mopping their rooms and the halls, keeping their surrounding fresh and alive. Others take pride in washing clothes, their own as well as those of their companions, a small gesture of care and solidarity. A few gather around newspapers and journal, catching up with the stories near and far, while others pass their time by scribbling notes, doodles, and memories on paper.
So by this year, we have already celebrated 20 years of our journey running the Senior Citizens Home. And I have observed and we could admit more than 100 senior citizens to our home since its inception, 2005. And more than 60-70 senior citizens passed away. Some, they could not adjust to this environment after bringing them from village. They want to live in their village life, or for some other reasons, they could not adjust. So we don't force anyone to stay here. So those who couldn't adjust with this environment, they went back. They died from their own villages. Whereas the rest, they spent peacefully here, happily here, and they passed away in our hands. And then we take care of their burial from looking after them when they were bedridden till they breathed their last from hospital or from home. Then, with the help of the churches or the community and the staffs of Senior Citizens Home, we just give them a very respectful funeral rites, and then after that we take them and bury them in the cemetery, common graveyard in Kohima.
Some walk out into the garden, tending lovingly to the plants, watering them as if nurturing life itself. A few take care of the pigs at the pigsty or chop firewood, activities they cherish as hobbies. This routine provides a sense of normalcy, continuity, and purpose, helping them feel connected to the life they once knew. The staff supervise, ensuring safety but never discourage their activities, knowing that participation itself is a form of empowerment and joy.
Day iti Kohima election te aishe. So amila journey to ole ite 5 years running jayase. So in between 5 years te tate bishi challenges can be takishe. At that time magan eku funding iniga eku nai. So ami 2021 te I had to iso morom para moi yete office assistant iti paishe. So ami iti kurena I thought my journey was iti time te very struggling na in like that takishe. And then there was no financial fund eku nai iti time te. So iti time te like from here to na alag office te regarding knowledge home, regarding society, regarding staff ina to moi hodai moi thank bar jai takishe. But I mean, monte to hole ito isor laga kam kuri ase na amakan like financial ito tik tam di isor bless kuri, and then not only that I mean isor ke blessing manya thakha na nijo sukhu par dikhi par she, and then nijo la hat par ami isor par ki bless kuri ito chu ito bi nijo la hat par bi chula par she. After 3 years 2023 te isor morom prana like financial facilities ito kan isor morom isor pa pathai di she, and right after that 2024 te again 1 year the stop ho jashi. So makan itu le Ministry of Social Justice Empowerment ta kan be itu financial to ta fund itu provide kuri. So inika ho to 1 year again it was stopped, and then there was no funding anything. So staff can be inika without salary in ya kuri ase. So maybe at present maybe it without salary in ya mudo kuri thaki ase, and then kuma staff kan to salary be lage kan be di through Madam Bride loan lobo, and then through Tyler site brana any development yeteki development ase. So Madam Bride through Tyler contribution in a curriculum ase. So my message to the younger generation na baba makhangi bopare your grandparents hodai morom kurbi tate ashibad blessing aste me to hi kolomon ase.
For the residents, it is an essential way to maintain mobility, strength, and independence. The room is filled with gentle laughter, motivating words, and quiet determination, as each resident is handheld through movement tailored for their ability. Despite the challenges, there is joy in participation, pride in effort, and a sense of achievement that resonates throughout the home.
To take care of senior citizens, you really need to have a lot of compassion and patience, kindness. Kindness, love was so much there in my heart from before. Maybe it's emotional love. But after I started this ministry, after I committed my life to God, to serve Him, God has just shaped me and molded me. And I have learned His word to love the poor people, to the needy people, or whatever, with compassionate heart. like Jesus. No matter the character, different peoples from different background, with different culture, with different characters. Some are very unbearable also and thankless. But whatever, we don't mind for that. We just need to have patience with them and love them, just the way God loves everyone. And so I want to give my message to everyone. Listen to your senior citizens or your old parents, what they want to see, what is their need or what is their complaint, what is their pain. You have to listen to them and respond to that. We have to show them respect, always reserve that respect and honor for our senior citizens. We have to see and take them medical treatment timely. That is very important, so we can save them from many dangers. If you take them for medical treatment timely, or if you monitor their health like BP and glucose sugar, if you monitor regularly, you can avoid a lot of dangers, to save their life and to get into very worst sickness. And government also have to go more deeper, serious into this issue and provide some needs. There is no recreation center for senior citizens now. The need of our senior citizens. Everyone doesn't want to come to all age home, or they don't need to come to all age homes also. But they need some recreation, in their community. I wish in all the villages there is a daycare center or some recreation center for the senior citizens, where the youth can also give, some services to entertain them and serve the senior citizens.
मैं ये हिन्दूते थाकिसे ये आइकिना बप्तिस्मा लैकिना ख्रिस्टान होइकिना ख्रिस्टान बस्तीते थाकिब लागिब हिन्दू लगत ना मिलिब कइकिना ये जगहते मैं थाकी आसे ये काम की कराते ईश्वर लगा काम करा होबो कुहा पारा थाकी आसे ईश्वर काम करिकिना के कपड़ा सपड़ा धोला के काम परिब घर सफा करा एतो खान करिब और महिला बीमार खान भी बेसी हटाई दिसे ईश्वर पारा हिंदू टेमते मानो पर जादू बान करा पोइजन हाल दिया गाउँ पर बालू उला एकदम खुजा लगा पुका डंगोर चुल थाका बेरा निशान होई थाक्या भी हराई दिसे ईश्वर पारा ईश्वर नामते जीशु नामते हराई से ठेंग पर ये तो खून रस्सी खान बेसी भी खाई थाक्या पैसे अरु बीमार वो तो भी जीशु नामते हराई से और पेट खराब है थाकी से पेट खराब हुआ तो दवाई खाए थाकी से आजकल दवाई भी नका हुई से पेट खराब हुआ भी भाल करी दिसे ईश्वर पर ईश्वर तो बेसी मुखे मरम करिकिना चंगाई खुशी शांति भी दिया से एको टेंशन दुख दिकदार भी नहीं 2015 पर मैं थाकी से और प्रार्थना भी 12 बजे लगा मैं हादै लिख करी थाके किताब शाम फजर लगा करी भी कोई शाम फजर लगा भी करी थाके ईश्वर के बेसी धन्यवाद मैं के जगहते ईश्वर पर मरी बोले नदी की ना बीमार हुईले भी मरी बो नदी की ना ये जगहते तय लगा काम करी बोले चुनी की ना बाची की ना अन्ना निशाना ईश्वर काम करी की ना थाकी आसे
In a world that often moves so fast, the Good Samaritan Senior Citizen Home restores in us the quiet power of kindness, love, and humanity. Here, age is not a burden, but a story that carries wisdom worth cherishing. Dear viewers, as we leave these walls today, we are reminded once again that taking care of our elderly is not just an act of charity, it is an act of justice, it is an act of gratitude and love. Dear viewers, as we come to the end of our program, may the spirit of the Good Samaritan inspire us all to serve and never forget those who once cared for us.